Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rochelle and this is Brampton Gardener, and today is going to be a planting walkthrough. I don't feel it's really officially ready for a tour yet. Everything is just newly planted and she's not ready for a close-up yet. So I am going to walk through all the stuff that I have been planting over the past 3 weeks. Some of it just this weekend got in the ground, so it's still looking a little, but it'll perk up. So stay tuned for my end of June garden tour, maybe beginning of July. We'll see when I feel that the garden is ready for an actual tour, but we're just going to walk through and I'll show you all of the stuff that I have been planting. So here we have the containers over by the back. You can see down there, those are the golden balcony dwarf tomatoes. They're getting ready, almost ready to harvest. And then we have our calla lily with some tomatoes. Petunias, calla lily with some petunias and alyssum, stevia and peppers, more peppers, and some petunias. My stacking planters are doing really well. I did have to replace this bean with a petunia because somebody, not to mention any names, yeah, not you, nothing to see here, was peeing on it and killed it. So there's that. Then I have some purple beans. I thought, let's see how they do in this pot up here. This is a very, very tiny little amaranth. So not sure how that's doing. Here we have some petunias, and this is supposed to be a canna, but I don't know. I think it's dead. I'm gonna have to replace that. Peppers. Planter is doing really good. We got lots of tomatoes. There's one down there just about ready. Dexter's had a few off of this pot already. And then we have 3 more containers of peppers over here. They're doing really good. Lots of blooms, so that's exciting. And then we have Dexter. Hi, Dex. Oh, all right. Tomato alley over here. I'm gonna have to string these guys up soon. And the produce aisle. This still is getting a little out of hand here. And I think radish flowers are highly underrated. They're beautiful. My pak choi is also blooming. Oops. Here in this container I have my Malabar spinach and a cucamelon and nasturtium. And over here, this little planter is doing good. Up in this one we got petunias and I think a cucamelon. I don't remember. Honestly, okay, we're gonna come through here. So this is all new this year. These are the containers that I got from the Dollar Tree. So they all have beans, and then in the top I have a nasturtium in the middle. So they're both the same, different beans, but planted the same. And then I have my new raised bed, it's called, from Dollarama. Those are $4 and they hold quite a bit of soil. So I have 2 dwarf tomatoes, I have some nasturtiums, kale, and cucumber at the back. That's the lemon cucumber. And then over here I have my loofah, the butterfly pea, and a cilantro. This one I'm growing hopefully some okra. I think it's okra coming up. I pulled out a bunch of morning glories today, but I think it's okra. Some more hanging baskets. This one's got a heavenly blue morning glory and my butterfly, what is it? Thai double blue butterfly pea flower. Oh, you can't even see it. There it is. Sorry, it's really bright out here. I can't see my screen. And then, oh, I made myself this little trellis with some of the branches my husband cut off the tree. So then this side here, we're really hoping those are poppies. I've gone through and weeded thistle for sure out a few times. So my straw flowers are just about to bloom. So up here there's straw flowers. There's a canna that looks like it's been eaten. Yep, something's eating my canna. There's a ton of morning glory here that's going to fill in. Poppies, petunias. My sweet William is just starting to bloom. Down here is my hibiscus that I divided. So this is the original one, and you can see it's got a sprout on it. And then over there, that little tiny one, see if you can see it in the camera, right there. I think I'm pointing at it. But there's a little stump and then a little bit of green, so it's sprouting, so it's really good. Oh, my columbine. I didn't show you my columbine. That's so pretty. So that I transplanted that there last year, so I was really surprised that it's doing as well as it is. So I have a bunch of cannas kind of stuck inside here, so they'll give us some nice color. My lilies are just about ready to bloom. These are just the common ditch lily, as they like to call them, which is not very flattering, I don't think. So, excuse me, until I stuck them in the ground that day. So, yeah. So here's my Rebecca, which is kind of outlined by the, and you'll see why. Dexter, come on. My Rebecca, oh my God. Get out, 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 out. Dexter, get off the seedlings. You're standing on my zinnias. Get off. Right across this. Oh my God. Oh, you're getting the ball. I didn't even see the ball. That would be the neighbor's ball. All right, I'll come get the ball in a minute. Yes. Oh, and you're cleaning up the garden for me. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. So I did divide that hosta and planted it around the garden. I put in a canna there. We'll see if it gets enough sun. With the petunias along here, my gomphrena, my one and only celosia that I bought. I did plant a few from seed, but they're still really tiny. And I circled it with some nicotiana, so I'm hoping to see if that takes. And then up in this section here, I have my extra dwarf tomatoes that I was growing. In front, I've tucked in some beans and a few extra pepper plants that I had. I'm trying to leave this area here open for a walkway because this is kind of our storage area back there, so you need to be able to walk through here. These petunias are going to fill it in quite a bit. A few more beans and my canna lilies. And there are my enormous rhubarb that I need to harvest on even more. My daughter's craving more crisps and syrups, so we will be doing some more baking soon. And then 2 more of, I believe, the golden balcony. Somehow they lost their seed tags. And a couple canna lilies, so hopefully they do good. In this little black ring at the bottom of the tree, I have the birdhouse gourd and a black-eyed Susan vine and a canna. So they're supposed to come up and hopefully climb up my dead crabapple. And if you notice, it looks a little different than last time. I went through and took out all of the little tiny branches just to open it up more and give it a more structural appearance. My daughter says it looks naked now, but whatever. Oh, and this is a volunteer evening primrose, so I'm leaving it there because it seems to be, in my garden at least, a trap plant for the Japanese beetle. So they all go on that and they leave my other plants alone, and then I can just knock them off into some soapy water nice and easy. Surprise. Look what just opened up overnight. Oh, these poppies. So I had the one at the end, the large one was open before, and then these 3 just opened up this morning. They're fabulous. I had no idea what to expect. I got the seeds in a seed swap. They said California poppies, and they're just gorgeous. And then right here, I have my calendula, which is doing really, really well. But I lied and I said we're gonna go to the bottom, so let's go to the bottom. Hey, Dex. I have, wow, it's really bright. I have my planter, which is really filling in. So once the heat hits, those pansies are probably going to croak, but I have a lot of heat-loving plants that are tucked in that are just really tiny right now. So hopefully they will take over when those are done. My peony is enormous, just absolutely gorgeous. In here I've stuck, I have some radishes and kale, and then I have another little planter here. And I need to put my winter sowing containers away. Okay, so coming back this way, here is in this white planter is my Dipladenia that I have almost killed 3 times. I did manage to overwinter it. It looked like a bare stick several times, but it's getting leaves back, so I'm very hopeful that we'll have some beautiful blooms on it soon. I do need to get a cute little trellis in there for it. Here I have, starting at the bottom, I have a couple rows of petunias. They're going to fill this whole area in really nicely. And then I put a bunch of beans. I'm like, beans are pretty. So I have a bunch of beans right here. Hopefully I left enough room for me to be able to get in and harvest. And then up here, just below the peony, I have a bunch of 4 o'clocks, and those plants get huge. So they're probably going to come and shade out this whole section eventually. But that's all right because they're pretty. And then here I have my self-seeded Bells of Ireland. I'll tell you the story about that at another time. But my spiderwort is going crazy. I have this lovely little planter here. Way too many tomatoes. So here I have a couple cannas. I have some peppers. I have like 4 or 5 peppers, 5 peppers, and a little tomato. And then these beautiful poppies. Look at that one getting ready to pop. Boop. So pretty. Okay, we're gonna go back around. Back on this side. So you can see the 4 o'clocks. These actually all these flower clocks actually all self-seeded. So I kind of pulled them out of random spots in the garden and put them all together. And this peony is gorgeous. Look at the size of these blooms. Here, I'll see if I can get my hand there. Like, they're just enormous. Oh, thank you, Dexter. You're here for size comparison. Awesome. Just in the nick of time. Echinacea are getting ready to bud. And my daisies, ooh, they're foamy. Ew. I gotta spray those with something that got foamy on them. Calendula. I'm not seeing anything yet on this hibiscus, and normally this one sprouts before the other one. So, and I didn't do anything, I didn't divide it, so I don't know what's going on there. I have some self-seeded lupins. I have my kohlrabi. I've got some sunflowers, zinnias, a lot more self-seeded lupins, and dill. This whole section is almost all self-seeded. I planted those 3 garden huckleberries and the 2 cranberry hibiscus, if you can see those, the red leaves in there. The dill is all self-seeded. The calendula is self-seeded. I think I see a weed in there that's hiding. It's just sprung up, little jerk. But yeah, so I have Shasta daisies and self-seeded amaranth. So this whole section is just kind of going to do its thing. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to end up looking like. It'd be beautiful and have like a country garden feel, or it could be a hot mess. So we shall find out in this fall. And then over here I have some more calendula that I planted, and some hollyhocks, and some canna lilies. So that's where we're sitting right now. So not a ton of things blooming, but things are just starting to open up. We just got a ball over the fence, and Dexter is checking it out. You gonna throw it back, Dex, or are you gonna keep it? He says finders keepers. Are you checking on the neighbors? You little Snoop? Little Snoop, hi. Hey, off the fence. And don't be stepping on my plants. Off the fence, no stepping on the pots. You better not take out those beans, buddy. Hey.
Okay, ready?
Good boy. Go around. Not through the flower pot like you did a minute ago. I do want to talk about like this section behind me. Nothing was super planned. I have a ton of things that have self-seeded and volunteered. And with Dexter running through the garden, I'm being real casual about it this year. I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to worry. You know, I planted out a bunch of my seedlings into the garden, and I hope that they're gonna make it. I have used a few things to kind of protect them and to keep him out of it. But okay, you want to come up? Yeah. But he's a puppy, and you know, things happen. And this is his yard too. And I know that, you know, probably by next year he will have calmed down and be much better. But I'm just not gonna. I want to enjoy the yard this summer. I want to enjoy the garden experience, and I want to be able to enjoy it with Dexter, and I don't want to be mad at him the whole time for killing plants, right? Yeah. How about we don't eat my necklace? That'd be great. Thank you. So yeah, so that's why it's going to be a little bit more of a casual. I kind of just ran. He's chewing on a stick, so hopefully he'll chew on that and not my hand. So yeah, I think that explains it all. Pretty much. I've decided I'm just going to be super chill this year. What veggies I get out of the garden, I get. What blooms, and what doesn't, what dies, what gets eaten, what gets trampled. Because I have a lot of other animals out here too, right? We have rabbits in the backyard, we have skunks that come through, we have raccoons, chipmunks, squirrels, any number of animals that come through and can cause some damage and eat things. Last year the bunnies kept eating my beans, so it won't all be Dexter damage, and I'm just, you know what? I planted a ton of stuff. Everything pretty much is from seed. So I'm not gonna be out a lot of money anyways, and we're just gonna sit back and enjoy the garden this year and hang out on the deck and hopefully have a few people over and just really enjoy our own, you know, backyard oasis. So thank you so much for watching, and I will welcome you to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell and come on this little journey with me of my backyard oasis for the summer of 2022. Thank you so much for watching, and Dexter says goodbye. Thanks for watching, and there's another ball. right on my plants. Great. Awesome. It's gonna be a much more casual philosophy in the garden this year. Okay, yeah, I think you're proving my point right now. Yes, okay. Okay, you know what? You're mad at... Someone's being dramatic. You alright, buddy? Am I boring you? Is the tour boring you? Because you already know where everything is, because you've been, attacking it the whole time, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, so let's go back over here. Oh, quick. So Dexter and I would like to say thank you very much. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. That way you'll get to see how big some of these plants are going to end up getting, and find out if I'm actually going to get any kohlrabi or any beans. Am I boring you? Sorry. I hope I'm not boring you. Thanks again for watching. Bye.